Hi, and welcome back to our podcast, Good Deeds Real Estate with a Mission. I'm Nicole Quinn with the Fine Homes Group, and I'm here with Bill Weidecker, also of the Fine Homes Group. How are you today, Bill?
I am well. Good morning.
Good morning. So today we wanted to talk a little bit about price adjustments.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been seeing a little bit more of them, or you noticed a few more of them than normal in the market when you did your 7-day look back. Do you want to expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, it's when I first got into the real estate business, the broker that I was hired by said to me, you know, no matter how good real estate markets get and prices climb, eventually sellers and real estate agents will find prices at which properties won't sell. So there's been a really big, escalation in prices, and it's clear to everybody. I think we've done a really good job explaining how low inventory is. What I've noticed is inventory slowly starting to build. Not a big number. It's still very much a seller's market, and I would classify it as it's a little more buyer friendly because the fact that some properties are coming on the market at the wrong price. What I noticed in the last 7 days was we had 113 price adjustments in Hillsborough, Rockingham, and Merrimack County in the last week. That's a big number. So it caused me to say, well, maybe I should take a look at what's happened in the last month. Just under 400 price adjustments in the last month. Now, the important thing to note about that, Nicole, is there's only been 500 new listings that have come on the market.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those 400 price adjustments haven't been of those newly listed properties necessarily. Some of them could be. But it's indicative of the fact that sellers are starting to, and real estate agents as their partners, are starting to ask a little too much and properties are lingering. And you don't want that to happen. Price adjustments are an indication that you asked the wrong price. It's been on the market. Buyers oftentimes think, well, if it's been on the market for a couple of weeks and nobody's bought it, what's wrong with it? And there might be nothing wrong with it other than price. Mm-hmm. And yet that causes a little bit of an escalation in market time, and you don't want that as a property owner.
No.
And sometimes in other markets, maybe not so much this one, but I've seen in other markets, if you start at the wrong price, you end up with it staying on the market, and then you end up having to take less than market value in some cases.
Honestly, I have been recently seeing that a little bit more in this market, I would say.
Yeah.
Than we had in, the previous 12 months.
And markets change. It's interesting because, nationally we hear about interest rates and things of that nature. I think when markets change, they change locally and they change quickly. Mm-hmm. It's very, very often not a gradual change. Yeah. And so I think, what we're going to see because of the interest rate market the way it is, that the Federal Reserve has said that they're going to keep rates high. So that means mortgage rates are going to be high. And we've seen essentially that huge run up in prices start to slow down. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't surprise me if 6 months from now or a year from now, we are talking about more of a balanced market than we are today. So it really, if you're going to come on the market, you need somebody who's going to be a partner mm-hmm. to talk about pricing strategies with you. So that you don't cost yourself equity, essentially.
Right. And I think the important word that you said there is strategy. Because I think a mistake that we see is if we look at, comparable properties on the market in order to set our listing price. Often what we see is people would like to list at the price something sold for.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that that's where you should start in order to get that outcome. So you have to think about it strategically. Otherwise, you will not get the same outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are seeing, if it's priced properly, we are seeing multiple offers. We are seeing properties selling for more than what they came on for. And to your point, you really got to, one of your strategies has got to look at those comparable sales and what they were asking, right. And as opposed to what they got.
Correct.
Because that might have been what generated the over ask in the first place.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a high wire act, but with the right professionals, you can get there as a property owner.
This is where the shameless plug comes in.
That's of course. This is our podcast. Pick us, pick me. So yeah.
Yes, but we are very adept at doing that too.
Yeah, you got to be.
Yeah.
In this market, where lots of things sell, you got to have a skilled negotiator, and you have to have somebody who has been through the process more than once.
Yeah.
This market is not a time to seek out unseasoned professionals.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you, Bill. That
My
was very
pleasure.
insightful as always.
My pleasure.
And thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on your favorite podcast platform.